I'm Julianne Neal with JA Media Productions, and I'm representing the EQUUS Film and Arts Fest. And I'm so excited to be here for a web chat, an author web chat with Janet Alexander. Janet, welcome to our little podcast episode.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Well, it's always exciting for me to have a returning author. And so we spoke last year about your book, At Home on a Horse in the Woods. And now we have a little bit of a different project. And it's one I'm very excited about because it's something that I've always wanted to learn how to do anyway. And so we're going to be talking about braiding horsehair bracelets, and I'm sure other types of jewelry as well. So can you tell me, first of all, about the book, and why did you decide to write this type of book?
I decided to write it because I had so much trouble learning how to do this craft. Go back to 2005, I was trail riding with a friend of mine, and she said, "Hey, do you want to see the bracelet I got out west?" And my jaw dropped because I had never even heard of horsehair braiding, and it was braided out of horsehair. So immediately I vowed that I was going to learn how to braid a bracelet out of my horse's hair that I could wear. Well, it was very difficult. The only book that I could find on it was in black and white, and it started with a intermediate skill. I needed from the basic beginning. So I tried to find somebody to teach me, and that was very difficult to find someone to teach you. And I finally did years later. And bless her heart. And after I practiced for a while, I wanted to learn more. So I found out that you can apply for artist grants from your state. And I was lucky enough to get one, which helped pay for half of my education with the second teacher, who was wonderful as well. So then I wrote the first book that you mentioned, At Home on a Horse in the Woods. And about that time, I thought, I've written a book already, and there's still nothing out there on the market, with how to do this from beginning to end. I mean, they're like short little snippets. YouTube's alive now. That was not available back then. But nothing, comprehensive from beginning. How do you get the hair? And, how do you put on the metal findings? So I decided to write the book that I wish that I had in 2005, and it came out this spring.
Well, I mean, it's wonderfully written and illustrated. I might add, Leslie Bowman is one of our other EQUUS folks. And
I'm in love, and it was so much fun to work with Leslie.
Yeah. Well, have y'all worked before together?
No, we just met last year at a Louisville Book Festival, and we just kept in touch. And I said, "Hey, I need a cover," and I had the idea, but I had no idea how to, artistically render such a vision. And
right.
she just is a genius.
Well, I think that's an exciting thing when the EQUUS herd kind of gets together to do projects after you've met. And so that's wonderful. And I was going to ask you about that. Actually, I saw in the credits the Indiana Arts Council or Arts Commission. We have that same type thing in South Carolina. So I wondered how you were able to study and to learn all of this. So it was through a grant program?
The second teacher was, yes.
Gotcha. That's a really, really good way of learning a new craft. And as an educator, and I know you are as well, we're always lifelong learners, right?
Right. So, and it's hard, as a teacher, we're both, teachers, or I'm a retired one. You're almost retired. But, people's brains are wired differently and they learn differently. And I cannot learn from a black and white sketch. I learned the best one-on-one. And so, so I wrote a book, yes. But I tried to make it doable because I started at the beginning and I had color. They're just on my cell phone. They're not, professional photographs, but that's what I had. So that's what I did. And, I made sure that everything was in color. So.
Well, it's very helpful to me because I think I'm the same way. I'm a visual learner. And so being able to see those pictures, it makes me think, I haven't tried it yet, but it makes me think that I would be able to do it. But that was what I was going to ask. What do you see? Who is your audience? Who do you think is
my audience is, I'm not the kind of braider who braids 100 different bracelets for the Christmas bazaar. I am a braider who likes to express my creativity, but not get overwhelmed. Like, as a retired teacher, I don't want to go into another intense, job. I want to do something, relaxing. And so it's basically for people who really have a relationship with a special horse that they would like to honor. And most people provide their own horse here. And we talk about, what braid or what color or what, different things, so that each piece is a little bit different, which keeps it, interesting for me. And, people, women are really emotional about, connected to their horse. They're like a person in the family. So
Absolutely.
it brings comfort, whether your horse is deceased or whether it's alive, to have a little piece on your body to, remind you of them all the time.
Well, and then I have to ask, because you're wearing some beautiful jewelry yourself right now, the earrings, the necklace, are these pieces that you've made?
Yeah, I know they're hard to see, but there's pictures in my book. But this is a very simple braid. And it's the first one I teach in the book. I teach 3 different braids. And, it's simple, but it means the world to me, because these are 2 horses that I've ridden. I ride in the woods, so it's a cedar heart. And I love horseback riding, and I love these 2 horses dearly. So that's this one. This is the opposite. This is a very intricate one. And another friend and I worked together. She did the metal work. Basically, it's the red and white hair of the 2 horses in this one. And I had a horse when I was in my 20s, and I didn't save it. I didn't know about horsehair braiding. So it had blue eye. It was a red and white Appaloosa with blue eyes. So we put a blue Swarovski crystal for its eyes. So these are all my 3, dear favorite horses and I just, can pull on like Carol Burnett, and I'm back with them.
Oh, that is so special. It really is. I see what you mean about the audience and how you could preserve a memory, or you could create your own.
But I do have to say that it is not a particularly easy craft, and children, I don't think, can do it. I may be wrong. I'm sure there's special children that could, but in general, it takes a lot of fine motor skills, dexterity. You think you need 30 fingers, but you only have 10, so you have to figure out how to hold everything and move everything around without disturbing the other stuff. Good close vision, and let's see, patience, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And then a lot of practice, a lot of devotion to practice, so that you can refine your skills to make your jewelry look really good.
So, Janet, how can folks reach you if they wanted to reach out and get some advice?
They can go to my web page, which is Swishtails, and I'm going to spell that SWISHTAILS at AOL.com, or they can email me at Swishtails, SWISHTAILS .com. I think I goofed those. I think I goofed them up. The
So
.com is it.
Email. Yeah.
Sorry.
There we go. But I like the spelling too, because
because I do have another thing going with the Swishtails, TALES, with my books. So I wanted to distinguish. And it's also available on anywhere books are sold. It's on Amazon, for example, and it comes in hardback and it comes in paperback.
Fantastic. Well, I'll be taking a cue from you and starting my own writing process. So I might need to give you a call about how you did your publishing and everything. So
love to help you for helping me.
Yeah, well, thank you. And we just want to thank you for being part of the festival again this year and joining in with the EQUUS herd. And we look forward to many more years of collaboration. So thank you, Janet. We appreciate talking to you this morning.
Thank you so much.